And making his way to the cage will be our first competitor, Victor, the Tasmanian Devil Nieto, fighting in the blue corner. And this fight will be contested at 165 pounds. Now, Victor fancies himself more of a stand-up fighter and actually got involved in this program so we'd start drinking a little bit less. And an interesting fact, he's involved in real estate and penny stocks, so a jack of all trades.
Interesting. He likes to diversify his talents. I can appreciate that.
Right. I saw him on the pads Wednesday morning, and he's got some quick hands. We'll see if those are on display tonight.
So when he says he prefers the stand-up, it shows in his skill.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
I'm excited to see how he puts that to work tonight.
Yeah, I agree. And there he is, making his way into the cage, getting his feel around for things.
The Tasmanian Devil.
I love the nickname. Great work there, Victor.
Looking forward to see how that describes his style.
Well, I hope there's some defense in there.
Now we have Josh Longboy Brown as his opponent.
And I gotta say, one of my favorite nicknames on the card.
Longboy, love it. What do you know about his style, Paul?
Well, he also prefers stand-up fighting as well, but fancies himself as more of a bit of a Muay Thai expert. I would expect to see more clinch work, more kicks, although we know he's a good friend of one of our jiu-jitsu training partners, so I wouldn't be surprised if he opted to take this to the mat at some point.
Once again, I wonder how his nickname translates to his style. He prefers to stand up the Muay Thai, and is a little bit taller than Victor. So
yeah.
We're excited to see how he uses his range and distance control.
Yeah, Victor's clearly the stockier fighter, but being a longer built athlete myself, I love it when a taller fighter can use their range, use a strong jab, good foot front kicks to keep that opponent away to maximize that distance. We'll see if Josh can utilize that game plan tonight.
When we get two different body types that prefer to do stand-up, it really does become a game of distance management and cage control.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And at this level, too, who's going to keep their composure the best? I mean, fundamentals. Keeping your hands up is a lot easier when you're not getting clocked in the face.
And not only the first fight for both of these guys, but the first fight on the card.
Oh, right. Good point. I hadn't considered that. It's almost like the rest of the card is channeling their nervous energy through them.
Absolutely. These guys are going to be the ones to come test the waters before anybody else.
All right. See 4 different SBG coaches lined up. We have Daniel and Jesse in one corner, Ben and Chino in the other. Oh, and Freddie, excuse me, 5 coaches.
And they do wear shin pads.
Yeah, that is one slight change from a traditional amateur fight here in the state of Idaho.
Boy, I've been caught with plenty of shin pads in my day, and although they do offer some protection, you still feel all of those babies.
Yeah, you're still getting smacked with a baseball bat. Make no mistake. You've never been kicked. It's awful.
You're missing a good time. 6'3", he is a long boy.
He is. All right. Let's get this action started, gentlemen. Right off the bat, we hear Coach Jesse talking about his range. Josh's range, that is.
I think whoever sets the pace early is going to have an advantage.
I completely agree, Cameron, and we're underway.
It's Victor. Victor sets that first punch.
Good straight right. Oh, do a little collision there.
Josh is also a southpaw. That also presents its own set of challenges to deal with.
And he's the first one to start utilizing those kicks, just like we suspected. Ooh, hard right there. Oh, good 1-2 from Victor.
For a first fight, these guys are not afraid to exchange.
No, they're getting right after it. I'm not seeing anything that resembles a takedown attempt. I think we're in for a kickboxing match.
I agree. Both content hanging in the pocket.
Victor getting a little wild with that right. Let's try to rein it in. You know, it does seem though that Josh is controlling the footwork a little bit more. He seems to be pushing Victor around the cage a little.
I think you're right. I do think that Victor is showing his cage awareness, though. He's not getting backed up.
I agree. Good movement. Oh! Big lefts, big lefts. Another big right. Get out of the way, ref. Big left. Another one. And it's over. That's it.
Very nice. First victory for the long boy.
Wow.
I do think that Victor is showing his cage awareness, though. He's not getting backed up.
I agree. Good movement. Big lefts, big lefts. Another big right. Get out of the way, ref. Big left. Another one. And it's over. That's it.
Very nice. First victory. What do you think the difference was at the end, Paul?
You know, I think Josh found a shot that he could land consistently in that straight left. I also like how he did a good job readjusting. He kept moving his feet, kept circling towards his left. And once Victor was hit with one, he was hit with two or three more. And that was that.
Just as I mentioned, Victor wasn't getting backed up against the cage. Josh made a great adjustment, put him against the cage, kept him there very hard to get away from those strikes when you're backed up.
I agree, and I thought Victor did a good job keeping his hands up, but when your opponent's landing that same shot repeatedly, you got to move the head, got to shoot for a takedown, you got to move the target. And while keeping your hands up is a great step one, especially in a fight like this where the ref's probably going to stop, the ref's always going to err on the side of caution, which I'm not disagreeing with. You got to change the position when you're taking shots like that.
I agree. Hands up is great, but we got to get the head off center a little bit more. I think defense for both would have been a little bit better. Having said that, for guys who just started 22 weeks ago, they really got in there and put on a show. Well done.
Well, they both threw and landed more shots in that couple of minutes there than a good number of amateur fights I've seen in the entire 9 to 15 minutes, depending on the state.
Boy, and for the first fight of the night and the first fight for both guys, almost no feeling out process.
Oh no, went right after it.
Get in and go.
Right after it. And now
Well done, gentlemen.
and it's 1-0 for the blue team.
Good experience for both. I'm sure we'll see them both back in.
I agree. All right, well, up next we have a heavyweight fight. We actually referenced the woman who's saying the national anthem is the wife of our competitor, Elliot Prestwich, who will be in the red corner. He'll be taking on Osvaldo Flores Garza, who's in the blue corner.